Hi guys, welcome to part 3. A lot has happened since the last video. We moved that bird feeder over there, the wooden one, to where the yellow one was. Yellow went to the deck, and then it got eaten through by squirrels. So that was an issue, right? And we decided to live trap the squirrel and move it away. But then we decided, you know what? The squirrel doesn't know we set up the trap. And so we're thinking now, a squirrel could be a better pet than a bird, you know? So we've been getting pretty friendly with them. They're coming up on the deck and looking at us. We can't be outside with them yet. They get a little bit too scared, but that's okay. For birds on the bird feeder though, after we moved it, black-capped chickadee, Carolina wren, a kind of finch I didn't put down, white-breasted nuthatch, and yeah, and a squirrel. So we've had a lot of things around there, and we made another little seed thing, and deer destroyed it because it's too low, which is fine. We also put up 2 birdhouses, so that should also help with some of the more rare birds or ones that can't winter very well. Carolina wren is actually quite uncommon to see during the winter because they're not very hardy for the cold, at least. So those houses should help out in the long run. Hi guys, sorry about the delay there between last video and this one. You know, things have been busy, and one of the things I have been doing is growing hella plants. We have around 120 different plants, and I think a bit more than that actually because of the jars and that kind of stuff. And I already had a couple growing, you know, my herbs. Fire reference to last video there actually. If you watched it, you fuck. Anyways, that's what the next clip is going to show you guys, is all the beautiful plants I've been growing. And then after that, we'll go back into birds, and we'll look at the bird feeders camera and all the beautiful little birds that I've visited, and the fat ass squirrel. Traditionally, in this house, plants are grown on the dining room table, so obviously that's where we have them for the optimal light amounts and that kind of thing. Anyways, right here's John's bean plant. You know, who the fuck grows one bean? I don't know. But most things are flowers. These trays are bulbs, so tulips and other kinds of flowers that are perennials will enter a torpor state, basically, where they're in a bulb form until better conditions arise. So, as you can see right here, like the bulb is really coming out there. Just the tip though. So, in this tray, I think this is veggies. I don't know if John did it, so it looks like shit. But you know, a couple little spirits here. This tray is our experimental tray. So I'm talking right here, spearmint, other bulb plants right here, catnip, and these are poppy seeds we found, old poppy seeds. They're not gonna grow though. Right here are flowers. This is just flowers, perennial flowers. That went back year after year. We are doing a horrible job though, as you can see. You really shouldn't have this many plants per thing, as they'll overcrowd. This way, John. So right here is a basil plant that we got from Sobeys. Overcrowded at first, and typically they would be dead by now, but because we repotted it, I'd say okay. Shut up about plants. Just talk about birds and stuff. Shut up about plants. I really, really like birds. As we look at all the birds that visited our bird feeder, let's learn some bird facts. First off, chickadees and white-breasted nuthatches and a couple other kinds of birds will spend the winter in what are called mixed flocks, where it's a bunch of different species of birds all hanging out together. Chickadees will use their call, chickadee one, to describe the size and danger of a predator to this flock. They also have a call that tells other birds to mob that predator if they think they can take it on. So maybe something smaller like a raven or that sort of thing, they'll mob. But that also depends on the birds in their mixed flock and all sorts of things. forgot one shout out in the last video, and that's Caleb Berthium. I just want to say, thanks a lot, little rascal. He's my bio and Chem Lab partner, so thank you, Caleb Berthium. Up next is a photo of you.